So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shivani from CSC third year and also the event management team lead. So, I welcome you all. I hope you all are doing fine. So, in the session, நான் குரூப்பில் வந்து இன்ஃபார்ம் பண்ண மாதிரி this is about Android study jams and this is going to be our last session for the jams that we conducted. And the speaker for today's event is Jay Shakti Balaji from second year CSC and also the technical team lead. So I request him to take over the session.
Thanks, Shivanika, for the introduction. Hi all, hope I'm clear and sound good. I'm Jai Shakti Balaji, second year of CSC from SREC. We know that today is our last session of Android Gems. So we are going to get a summary of Android Gems today. First, I will start from everyone can see my screen. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. My request is to everybody should be interactive today. Shall I ask questions in between when I start this presentation? If I go on to the presentation, if I ask questions, will anybody answer that? Hello. Okay, let's start. Yeah, this is my title of presentation. Today we are going to see about the summary of Android app development. So what is Android Studio? This is a tool we use to code our apps. We use to code for our apps. It is an IDE. It is an integrated development environment. It contains multiple tools and it show errors. We don't have to have any physical device to run our apps. It has emulators, etc. It has multiple functionalities. For that, it is a tool. So we have to tell what the app should do. So for that, we have to have a coding language. That is, we can have Kotlin or Java. But Kotlin is highly recommended because Kotlin is highly, it's a highly specified app. It has many libraries. Just we can import that libraries, and wherever we have to use, we can call that functions or something to use. So this and Kotlin is a modern programming language. So we use Kotlin for developing our apps. So next, layout. Layout is we know that layout is a basement. We put all the stuffs together in a layout. So that XML file will be updated. Okay, let's see. See, here my XML code is updated. 1 minute. See, this is my XML code. I have given a bottom fragment here. So whatever I code here, whatever I have in my XML or something in my display, there will be we will have an update here. For that, this is also an XML file. This is also an XML code. All I have here this. Next, this what is about layouts. We have linear types of layouts are linear layout, constraint layout, frame layout, and table layout. As per our use, we can use the layouts. Then next our navigation. Sorry. Next is about our navigation. We developed our app. Okay, we have to go from one page to another page, or we have to move back and forth. We have to get a navigation step. In that name itself, we know that navigation is going from one place to another place, or coming front and forth or back and front from in and out. So we can use. We have a Jetpack navigation library, mostly used by Kotlin developers. It's a library. Instead of that, if we use Jetpack library, we can use fragments. If not, we can use intents. So how intent works means, here's my emulator. Okay, sorry. So this app created for a design. So if we use intents, if I click a request, it goes from one page to another. If I accept this, if I log in this, it will go from one page to another. It the use of intents, intents. Okay, next. We have the major parts in the navigation, that are navigation graphs, navigation nav host fragments, and something what nav controller. Navigation graphs is something like this. It will give a whole layout of this. If this is an activity main.xml, we know every app starts from this. It shows a map where if a command in the previous example, I showed that if I touch my request, it will go to this page, or if I touch my login, it will go to this place. So it will have this map, that is navigation graphs. It is an advanced feature of Kotlin that we can see this navigation fragments, navigation graphs in our app before running in an emulator on a physical device. Next, nav host fragments, it has a control between, if I click this to be implemented, it controls everything. So it is nav host fragment. It hosts the app what to do. Next, nav controller, it controls this app by the by the commands of nav host fragments. The controller will execute whatever we want. This is called as navigation. And we completed creating an app, going from one page to another page. Next, we have to, we don't, if you are going to make an app, you have to give an information or data to be displayed on it. We don't have to specify the whole data in an app. So for that, it will, the app will crash, or the data will be more, so that memory space will be allocated more. For these reasons, we can get data from the internet. The word internet specifies if we have the internet connection, we can fetch data from the server. So this is all about the information of internet. If a request is given from the client, a client may be my mobile or my laptop or something, my computer, PC, something. It's my client. If it gives a request to the server, it will fetch the data, whatever I want, and it will give me the response. So request is this. If I ask you somebody, please give me the pen. So this is an example where client asks the server, can you fetch me this HTML file or a HTML page, or index HTML page. So the request will be given by the client to the server, and the server searches its page filter or something, and it will give the response to the client. If okay, the page or index.html will be displayed. If not, error will be formed. The error will be discussed later in this session. Then we use retrofit coil libraries. It is also a part of Jetpack library. Retrofit means this library is used to retrieve the data from the server if the client has asked something. Coil is to load the data in the app. So if we use an app for the request, the retrofit library will request an HTML page or something. Coil library is used to load the HTML page or something data from the server into the app. So we use these two libraries, and there will be more complications in front end and back end. In front end, we will the previous example I shown that if I click this login page, this login page HTML has to be displayed from the server to me. This is a very bit more complication for an app. It can do it itself. So here we introduce coroutines, a concept. It will help. It will simultaneously work with the front end and back end without any interruption or something. Uh, uh, this will help not to crash an app or something disadvantages of an app. So this is all about coroutines and protocols. If we something get from a server, we can't get everything, or there will be some protocols based on these protocols only. We'll get a response from the server. So I forgot to tell. Okay. Protocols. This I already told that request and response. The both the communication between the client and the server. Next, in the request side, there are four main methods, that is get, post, put, and delete. For get, it's same as a request given by the client to the server to fetch data. Post is to add a new resources to the existing HTML page or something. Put us to replace or overlap the data uh, previously in the server by the new data given by the client. Okay, delete is to delete our resources from a server. This is all about the request sector. And by the response sector, it will this request sector will work on the will be mainly work based on the client. This response will be, mainly work based on the server, or it will work on the server. If I request an HTML page, it will search by its filters or something. It will give a response to the client. So this is all about the response sector. And I already specified about the status. If the page is found or not found, the error will be occurred, or the page will be retrieved correctly. And these are the mainly used codes. From if we get these numbers, if 200 to 299, okay, I got my answer from the server. If I search for Instagram.com, the Instagram main homepage will be shown in my web page or in my mobile app. So 200 to 299, it's okay. It's success retrieving an page from the server. If 400 to 499 a number if displayed, we know that it is client wrong from the server. It is wrong based on that client type. If we search for something else, if the server is very busy, we can't fetch the data from the server. We always know. We also undergo these problems if you are going to write our exam. SREC students will know. If you are going to write an exam, our server page will not be loaded, or the page will not be loaded. Our server is very busy. It's wrong from the client side. So this 404 error will be displayed on our screen. So we will try it again to get our page. So this is 400 to 499 is from the client side, and 500 to 599 is based on the server error. If server undergoes any problems or something crash or viruses undertaken in the server, this 500 to 599 will be displayed in our screen. So rest is based on the server type. This is representations state server. It will retrieve the data whatever it is requested by the client from the server. It is an API, so we know that applications interface. It is an interface between the server and the client. Always it works on it fetches or gets from the JSON format. We all know that JSON format is works on. We all know that if you know Python, it will be easier. Like how dictionary works. Dictionary will be specified with a key. So with the help of that key, data will be fetched from an array or structure or something. So how this is the same type how server works. There will be key for all the data or for all the data. If we search for a data, the key will be accessed, and the specified data to this key, the key will be access the data, and it will retrieve the data to the client. This is data persistence. Now we created our app. We navigate our app and fetch data from the server. But this fetch data from the server. If what we have to what we have to do if we have to fetch our own data from the server or something specified in this location. So for this, I will show an example. Here is an example. Wait, my emulator is running. Hmm. Here is my emulator. Here I created two buttons, register and login. If I register in my email, let's say Jayashakti 123 at gmail.com, and next my password is 1234567. Register. I have registered my details successfully. This will be reflected here. I connected my all those databases to the Firebase. Here, this is my email. Just now I registered that and created in this thing. And this is a for what to say. It is an UI for us. These data will be stored in a tables. So to store a data, we use tables. We all know that database management systems, it stores our data in tables. Okay, then this is I requested to add an user to for my app. If 1 second. Now I have registered my app. Now I am going to log in into my account here. I have jayashakti123@gmail.com. For password 1234156. Now login. Okay, this doesn't work. I registered my app, but it will it have to log in into my page. Then okay, this is the data. It is basically an UI where what are the how many users are there in this page. This data will be stored in tables. Though, so this is called as data persistence. Next. This is called as data persistence. We use Room library. Room is a library for collecting the data based on an object. For example, I talked about JSON, right? We fetch a data based on that key. So in this DBMS, an object will be or instance will be created based on this instance. The data will be retrieved from the server to the client. Then data access object is a function we use to access our data from the database. Then we have two something called as views. It is adapter and list adapters. Adapters is in the sense it is a static list of something of or what to say static view of our list. List adapter is an advanced type of that adapter. It works how means adapter is as I told, no, adapter is a static list of something. List adapter is highly specified than that. How it works means if we have a list, we have to update this list according to these details. It compares the list and the difference of the list, and last list will be updated based on the new list will be updated based on the difference and the list how it is compared. So this is known as list adapter. Work manager is also a part of Jetpack navigation library. We know that stock will be always It will be not static. It will be always dynamic. It should be always be refreshed to get an stock where the stock is, or what is the status of the stock. So work manager, how it helps means it works on the background. If We all know that if we going to download an app, it takes a long bit more time. We don't have to on our screen, or the phone should be in the active mode. If we turn off our phone, the app will be downloaded automatically in the background. This where the work manager helps for the apps or something. This work manager is a part of Jetpack library, as already said. Then it will schedule the background apps. If the background apps fails, it will schedule the work to this time, or do it in this way or something. It will control the background, what to say, background execution or something for an app. Then the advantages of this work manager are battery optimization. It will optimize our battery. It don't We don't have to activate all. We don't have to activate our phone as it runs on the background, so our battery will be optimized. Then, as I said, it will reschedule the process. That's all. Then, after completing all this, our app have to have these qualities, and the app should not crash if we go from one page to another page. If we request any something, the app should not crash. Then it should be effective. If I run this, if I have to get this, let's say the example I shown, the login button, it is not effective, as my app is not effective. It's not a qualifiable app, so it is not effective. So the app should be effective, and it should be easily accessible. It should be user friendly. If the user don't have to study separately how to use an app, it should be user friendly. And if the user sees it, oh, this app works like this, he or she should get and clear through how this app works. So these are the qualities of an app. So I forgot to show you something. This is I talked about fragments, right? The fragments and the intents. Intents is like that. That SREC app I shown that intents works like that. These favorites, recipes, jokes are my bottom fragments. If I click this, my favorites page will automatically should show in my nav host manager. This recipes fragment, this layout is known as nav host fragment, and this is known as bottom navigation controller. And the controller will control. If I click this recipes, page should be displayed based on the nav controller given to the nav host manager. So that's all about the basics or summary of our Android gems. Hope you all clear. I think hope you all are clear. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jay Shakti, for giving us a detailed summary about what we learned in Android study jams. So, adding to it, I would like to remind you all that the deadline for app submission is Jan 7. So, make sure you all submit your apps. So, I hope you all enjoyed this learning. And even if you didn't complete it, don't worry, we'll all be sharing you additional resources also. You can complete it afterwards. The code labs and also the additional materials will be supplied to you through your mail. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And we have our lead here with us, club lead. So Sanjay, would you like to add something to this?
So hello everyone. Jashakti, it's a good session. So the like Shivani said, the deadline to app submission is Jan 7. So just make a simple app. Like we have shared the themes and the guidelines in the mail. So you have to create an app that comes under the theme simple organization. Then two kinds of apps. It's very generic, so you can create your own. You can use your own creativity to create these apps. You can also even create some community app for our GDSC. So if that apps looks if that app takes our attention, we will provide some support uh, to take forward to next level. So this is the main motto of this app submission. And the best app, the top app, will be sent to Google itself. The Google will may the Google will feature that app in their social media, in their social handles. So it's a good opportunity for you all. And that's all.
Okay, thank you, Sanjay. So now I would like to interact with the participants. So how I would like to hear your feedback. So did you people enjoy doing these sessions, or you would like any kind of improvements that needs to be done? So I would like to hear from you. Can I at least get a feedback? How was it? Did you people try doing Android study jams? Did you do the code labs?
You can unmute your mic or just use the chat. We just want we just want your feedback so we can improve in the next upcoming sessions.
Or did you people face any difficulty during doing those code labs, or you need any kind of additional support in learning Android? So anything, you can share it with us. You people can at least put it in the chat box. Even if you can't unmute, you can put it in the chat box. Thank you, Shrija. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed learning Android. And as I said, we'll be giving you additional materials to learn so that you can advance in that domain, and maybe you can build a career on that. So thank you, Shrija. So what about others? Can I hear something from the others?
Uh, it is not about all the feedbacks you can ask, all the doubts of the submission or something. Just you have to unmute and interact with us.
Hello everyone, this is Shrija, and the overall session, but I just joined at the end only through Sanjay. So, I didn't attend these sessions. This was the first session which is attended by me. So, Jai Shakti Balaji, you gave a overall complete view in a very nice manner, so that even though I joined late, I can able to crack something from your presentation. And also, because I'm very new, not very new, I have created apps in a ready made model, but professionally, just I'm learning from now only. So I can you show a demo on how to submit apps so that it will be useful for everyone, those who are new to app development? Just a demo of how your, as per your convenience. Hello, am I audible?
Just a minute.
Okay.
This is the link. It is already given in the group. These are the guidelines to submit our apps, and the link to submit is you have to read these guidelines. As per these guidelines, I think you have to submit your repo in the given Google Docs here. So I think it is crystal and clear, so that you don't have any doubts. You have to create after creating your app, you have to push your code in GitHub, and your repo link should be submitted in this link.
And the repo must be in public, so we can view the code and put rankings on your quality code. So the repo link is must be submitted in the form given in the group. We will share the both the guidelines link and the form link once again, so the late joiners can get that information and upload your screenshots, just the important screenshots. You will not need to include the splash screen like that. Only important screenshots like login page, list page, that kind of pages. And the themes also given. You have to choose which team you have selected, and your feedback. And you have to submit this with the deadline is Jan 7. After that, we'll review your apps and we'll submit one app to the Google, and based on the rankings we will give you certificates.
Okay, thanks. Anybody have any doubts? If not, I will hand over the session to Shivani.
So I will thank everyone for joining this session. I hope it was useful, and never stop learning, keep coding. Thank you for joining the session.